This was probably one of my favorite episodes in Solo Camping for Two. This is episode 23. And so here we have Shizuka's brother, Kai, talking one-on-one, man-to-man with Gin himself. I think Gin's around 34, 35. And Kai, I'm guessing, is around 30, 31 years old, as he did say he's 10 years older than his younger sister Shizuka. And Shizuka's around 21, 22 years old. So her brother is around the same age as Gin. And so it was just such a huge W. It was like the biggest W a brother could do, is looking out for their sister. I mean, he was gonna low-key threaten Gin and be like, look, I don't want you to hurt my sister if you're not really into her. I don't want to see her sad. And so that's kind of like pushing the progress between Gin and Shizuka even closer, because now even Gin has to start thinking about it. Even though Gin is like, outside, he doesn't even think about it. He really, it's kind of weird because, Shizuka, is a good cook. She's now obviously really well versed in camping now that he's taught her everything. She's pretty much the perfect match at this point. I mean, back like in episode 3 or 4, I would probably have a different opinion about it, because she really pushed herself on him. I really didn't know much about camping, so Gin was really just holding her hand for the longest time. And of course, Yui's a really good character as well. That's a good match for Gin. So I was really flip-flopping between Gin and Shizuka. And that's another W2 for her brother Sai. Is like, bro, he saw that, Yui, the other chick that's with them, it's a four, they're two couples. Obviously, none of them are dating anybody, surprisingly. And so he sees that Yui actually has it in for Gin as well. So he's thinking, damn, are you playing my sister? I really don't want you to hurt him. So there was a lot going on here in that one conversation. Though it just seemed really innocent. It really seemed pretty like straightforward. There's a lot going on here that, his brother Kai, Shizuka's brother Kai sees, in this entire camping interaction. When he sees that Yui's into him, so he's thinking, is Yui just another fling? Is he like a side girl? Like, is he spinning plays? Is he playing the field? Is he testing the waters? What kind of guy is Gin? And so you can see Kai, he's not just asking he's not just saying that out of jealousy. You can clearly see that Yui has feelings for Gin. And thankfully Yui's kind of moved on. She's kind of laid her bed with the fact that Shizuka and Gin are going to be something. And she even starts to push Shizuka towards the end of the episode and was like, what are you guys doing? You guys are obviously getting along. Even Shizuka's brother can see it. He was like, yeah, they're like a married couple. So I'm just so happy that they have the same opinions as me. They've known each other for damn over a year. They've been solo camping for two together, like at least 20, 30 times within that year, which is a lot. And for them to not be dating is just like, what's going on here? Like, why is this happening? Oh man, had to take a bite of that Cheerios, man. It's just too good. It's just too good, especially watching solar camping. When you watch this anime, they're always cooking food, man, and it just makes me hungry as fuck. So you have to eat food while you're watching this anime. But yeah, this was just the biggest W for Shizuka's brother, Kai. I really just enjoyed him, just pretty much in Gin's face and saying, "What are you doing? Why aren't you guys dating? I don't want you to hurt my little sister. I'm just looking out for her. As your older brother, I can vouch for her kindness. I can vouch that she's not doing anything shady, etc." So, honestly, probably the best episode, and everything's finally come full circle. Honestly, between what's happening between Gin and Shizuka, and Yui finally realizing that Gin's taken. So she's like, damn, this wouldn't have happened if Gin took Shizuka off the market. So there's pros and cons to them dating. I'd say one of the, no, there is no cons to them dating. Nothing's really gonna change other than the fact that they're dating and they're off the market. It's just a huge W, and they can get a little boom chicka wow wow. There's like the sky's the limit if they're dating. And Shizuka is like 100% in on with Gein's dream and wants to help out. She's really turned around big time. She's changed so much. She's grown so much, and she's honestly, you know, perfect wifey material for Gein. So there's nothing wrong about it. And then Gein will be off the market. Shizuka will be off the market. You can focus just on them and their camping thing, their journey, their lives together, and perhaps even start popping some babies. But of course, they want to get this business going. And honestly, they can start popping babies. Like, it's not gonna really matter. Gein still can work in his dream, and Shizuka just, you know, chilling with the kid. Even take the kid camping. Fuck, you know, it's good learning curve for kids. So yeah, this was probably my favorite episode, the greatest episode. This was Solo Camping for 2, episode 23.